Today is June 4th, 2015. My name is Alex Fuse. I am the host of Sports Feuzion. Today is the 1-year show of Sports Feuzion, and it's going to be a great show. Tonight's show, she is a Mohannesson soccer player, Lexi Cohelo. So, Lexi, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. So, Lexi, how are you preparing for this upcoming soccer season?
Well, playing club soccer all year round helps me to prepare for the school season in the fall. And I just try to get outside, go for runs, or get a few touches on the ball whenever I can.
And what is one thing you want to accomplish this upcoming season?
Well, last year our team made it to the sectional semifinals, so I think a huge goal for myself and the rest of the team is to get past that point.
And last question here, what is your favorite part about playing soccer?
I get bored really easily, so I think my favorite part is the fast pace of the game.
Okay, Lexi, thank you for joining me on the 1-year show of Sports Feuzion.
Thank you.
The next guest on tonight's show, he is a track runner, Ben Valentine. So, Ben, what do you like most about track?
That you need to put forth as much mental work as you do physical. Like, a lot of people just say, oh, you run, or oh, you just have to throw something once. It's so much more than that, because you need to make sure your body is in complete form with what you need to do. You need to be able to count how many steps you take and have good kinesthetic awareness in order to perform at a very high level in the sport of track and field. That's a big reason of why I like it so much, and just because like it brings out the best in you, because unlike sports like baseball, football, or hockey, you really have to count on yourself. Like, how you perform is all on you, because there's no one else that can throw a spear for you, and there's no one else who can run faster, there's no one else who can jump far or high for you. It's all on you, and if you mess up, you mess up. But so that's like the main reason why I like track and field.
Okay, Ben, thank you for joining me on this 1-year show of Sports Feuzion.
No problem, man. Anytime.
The next guest on the 1-year show here on Sports Feuzion is a graduate from Sherman High School of 2014, Bradey Liverio. So, Bradey, what do you think the 2015 New York Yankees can accomplish?
I would say it's been a few years since they were in the playoffs, so I really do believe that this team can accomplish at least a wild card spot. But with the way this division has been this whole year, I honestly don't see why they can't win the AL East. I mean, you're looking at a team that's 27 and 25, yet they're a game ahead of the Tampa Bay Rays in first place. And with all the way the performances of the other teams in that division, also I guess is a little bit shocking me. The Boston Red Sox being in last place, team that was many said would be perhaps the team to beat in the American League this year, 22 and 29 in last place. You got Baltimore struggling. You got Toronto struggling. I mean, pretty much everyone's just struggling. If the Yankees didn't lose 10 out of 11 in that one stretch, they probably would be like 6 games ahead in the division right now.
And what do you think about Stephen Drew playing every day?
I think it's time to put in Jose Perella. I think it's time to give him some playing time, because, I mean, Stephen Drew, for the past 2 years, has hit 160. That's not going to get it done. That's not helping the team at all with runners on base when you can't even, move them over.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to get the younger guys in there.
The other middle infielder is Didi Gregorius. He kind of got off to a really slow start. He wasn't doing good at shortstop. So is Didi the shortstop the Yankees need?
I think he can be. I think Yankee fans need to realize, and I do too, he's not going to beat Derek Jeter. No one really can be what Derek Jeter was to the Yankees. Fans just got to get Derek Jeter out of their head there. Yeah. But Didi, like I said, he's not hitting like what Derek Jeter.
No.
You know, he can't pull off 300 hitting seasons like Derek Jeter always could. But you just gotta hope like he gets the bats going.
Okay, Bradey, thank you for joining me on this 1-year episode of Sports Fusion.
All right, you're welcome, Alex.
He is a CBA soccer player, Noah Keys. So, Noah, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So, Noah, what made you want to play soccer?
Ever since I was a little kid, I was playing. Soccer really attracted me because it really motivated to play soccer.
Mm-hmm. And if you could play with anyone, who would it be and why?
It would probably be Messi, just because he's a player that I admire.
Mm-hmm.
Great player, obviously.
Okay, Noah, thank you for joining me on the 1-year Sports Fusion episode. The next guest on tonight's show, he is a Sherman baseball player and football player, Anthony Yezzo. So, Anthony, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you, Alex?
Good. So, what was the best advice you ever got from a coach?
Well, I mean, it's safe to say that every coach I had, they always tell me, just keep working hard. Your work ethic is always the best key to make you become successful. If you keep working hard, no matter what you do, that's what's going to rub off on a coach or anyone that sees you playing, and you can get your best results just by working hard. Even if you may not be the best player or the best person at that position, if you work hard, you can definitely do good.
Mm-hmm. And what is something you really want to accomplish between now and college baseball?
I just want to make sure I'm hitting well, playing in the summer league on a summer team. I just want to make sure I'm hitting well, I'm still catching good, and just working on basically, hopefully, just trying to work on my offensive mechanics and everything like that, be the best hitter I can be.
Mm-hmm. And last question here: who did you always look up to growing up as a catcher?
I mean, definitely, I would just sit and watch baseball games. Anyone that was on TV, I'd always be watching the catchers and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
The main couple of people I watched, I loved watching Jorge Posada, Francisco Cervelli when he was on the Yankees, Russell Martin when he was on the Yankees, and even when he was on the Pirates and the Blue Jays, and Yadier Molina. Basically, those guys just would take little tips from what they were doing just by watching, and trying to implement them into my game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Anthony, thank you for joining me on tonight's show, and thank you for joining me on all the other shows in the past 1 year of Sports Fusion.
No problem. It's been a great time, and I was glad that you asked me to do the first episode, and it turned out to all this.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to you.
Thank you. So, Doug Sherman. So, Doug, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, Alex?
Good. So, what is your prediction for this World Series in October?
Well, I don't think it's going to be the Minnesota Twins, even though they're doing very well.
Yeah.
In terms of the teams that I think can sustain what they're doing, I think Kansas City Royals certainly could get there again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Houston Astros have enough pitching, especially starting pitching, to sustain what they've been doing, certainly not through a postseason.
Right.
I don't think our regional team, certainly not Boston, and neither the Yankees or Mets, I don't think they're in the mix. So let's see. I'll say Kansas City. I hate to say Washington because everybody picks Washington, and they have been for 3 years, and I'm tired of hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid I might have to say Washington. Their starting pitching is pretty good, and obviously Bryce Harper has now blossomed into being a true superstar, and I think he can sustain that. So I'll go with Nationals and Royals. How about that?
That sounds entertaining. Even though I would like to see the Nationals and the Yankees, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm afraid the Yankees just don't have it anymore. They don't have enough pitching. Even though at the moment their key position players have stayed relatively healthy, you just can't count on that continuing. You can't count on. I mean, Teixeira hasn't made it through a full year in a while, and A-Rod, we've already gotten far more out of him than we ever thought we would. So I just don't think the Yankees have what it takes to be able to get there. But you never know. Strange.
And Tanaka returned yesterday to the New York Yankees. Now, do you think he should have gotten the Tommy John surgery last year?
Well, first and foremost, it's a personal decision, and when it comes to somebody's health, whether they're a sportsman, an athlete, or you or me, anybody else's opinion doesn't matter.
Right.
But the fact that he's trying to avoid surgery at all costs, I think that's great. If it were me, I think I would do the same thing, because if you have had surgery, any type of surgery, whether it's for a hernia or for Tommy John surgery or anywhere in between, things aren't always guaranteed of being all right. You know, if someone's putting a knife into your body, there's a good chance that it'll never be the same. There's a good chance that there will, but who are we to tell him what to do with his body and to tell him you have to take all of 2015 off, and because we want you supposedly strong and healthy for 2016, you've got to take the surgery and have that year off. So I think he certainly is well within his personal and professional right to say, no, thank you, I'd like to avoid it if I could.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Doug, thank you for joining me on this one-year show of Sports Fusion.
Yes, and thank you so much for thinking of me and having me, and congratulations on the year, and hopefully many more.
Yep. Okay, thank you, Doug. Thank you for joining me on this one-year Sports Fusion episode. Once again, thank you for everyone who has been on the show in the past year and on this one-year show. Join me next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for outtakes of this one-year show. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next Tuesday.